spare, and that's a wrap.
Good morning, everyone. The Calgary Stampede is in the books for yet another year. Capping off the 10 days, Kurt Bensmiller, who you just saw there, defending his Rangeland Derby championship by claiming a second straight $100,000 check. Running under the Tsuut'ina Nation tarp, Bensmiller winning the Dash for Cash. He's only one back of his legendary dad, Buddy, who won the Calgary Stampede in 1979, 1989, and 2003. Now, Bensmiller led the entire race. His only challenger, Kelly Sutherland, the only other driver to ever win back-to-back crowns in 2010 and 2011. Bensmiller says he wasn't worried about Sutherland.
Point in there. You're going around that second turn. Look who's beside you, that pesky Feather. He has outrun more drivers than most guys have ever run against. Were you worried about him getting by you?
Maybe a couple of years ago, but not anymore.
The new era is upon us.
Now, a fourth chuck wagon horse had to be euthanized after suffering a leg injury on Saturday night. 3 other horses died during this year's Stampede. Officials say they aren't proud of their safety record this year and will be taking a hard look at how they can improve animal safety. All 4 horses suffering injuries during the chuck wagon races. Now, even though attendance to this year's 103rd greatest outdoor show on earth was down, Stampede organizers are calling it a success. Now, we won't have the final tally until a little later today, but as of Saturday night, just over 1 million people had visited Stampede Park. That's about 76,000 fewer than last year. With a downturn in the economy and some crazy weather from torrential rain to a heat wave, people know how to party in Calgary.
Even with the few weather incidents we've had, and with just a reasonable day today, we'll end up with attendance of just over or just under 1.2 million. And if you told me that this spring in this Calgary economy that we would get close to 1.2 million, I'm telling you today that I'm very ecstatic about that. It's a great result.
The Stampede's Indian Village closing for a final time in its current location next year. It'll be moved to the new NMAX Park. Of course, the Calgary Stampede is all about bridging urban with rural, but if you didn't get enough rural, some Alberta farms will open their doors to the public next month. More than 70 farms and ranches are participating in Alberta Open Farm Days on August 22nd. Now, on the 23rd, top chefs plan to team up with some of the producers to create amazing farm-to-table meals. Alberta Tourism Minister David Egan says the event is a chance for people to experience a side of the province they may have never seen before. For a list of the farms, just go to albertafarmdays.com. Well, the New Horizons spacecraft is just hours away from a historic flyby past Pluto after a journey of more than 9 years into the solar system. Tomorrow, the spacecraft traveling within 12,500 kilometers of the unexplored planet. Scientists believe Pluto and thousands of other recently discovered objects are frozen mini-planets and building blocks left over from the formation of the solar system 4.6 billion years ago. New Horizons will be the first spacecraft to visit Pluto before heading off to explore further into the Kuiper Belt.